Hey guys. Hey Shania. Look, you're first again. Thank you, Chris. Hey Adam. My week has been it's already been kind of crazy. I'm not gonna lie. That's every beginning of the week for me though. Once it hits like Thursday, then it like is almost an immediate stop. How's your guys' week been? I am just uploading this one thingy right now so I don't forget. Is that it? No, it's not. Cool. So we've all heard the Warrior Nun news, right? Oh, actually, I haven't. I haven't hardly been on social media. So happy to watch your Buffy reactions. Oh, thanks. Buffy is back. Is this the whole Audible thing? I can't remember when it comes out. Well, I meant Buffy is back as in my reactions, but that too. The Audible thing about Spike. Oh no, she's uploading while streaming. Her feed is going to die. Well, so no. Even if I was, it wasn't uploading, I was posting. Even though I said uploading, but it had already uploaded. I was just posting it. But even if I was uploading, it wouldn't have crashed. Because I've got good internet now. I like your background light. Good for Halloween. It's red. So technically this is red. The funny thing is, like, it looks orange. But I can make it... That's not the right one. I can make it like... Ooh, that's like green. Like, that's more orange. But this is actually like... Like, I tweaked it up a bit. So it's almost like a peach color. Like, when I'm looking at it, it looks yellow in person. But on the camera, it looks more orangey. There we go. Maybe that's a little bit more orange. Still looks yellow to me, but... And then that's red. It looks like the Warrior Nun movies have none of the same cast and crew from the series and that they're just a cash grab. Oh, are you serious? Hopefully not. I'll still react to it, but... I mean, probably. That's crap. I knew that... Who is it? It's not Simon. What's his name? Is it Simon? What's his name? I think it is Simon. Simon's the one for Warrior Nun, right? I knew that he wasn't the creator or whatever. He wasn't like the writer or like whatever. I saw, because I follow him on Twitter, I saw something about what he said about it, but that was it. Hello, I'm about to watch your 518 reaction. Oh, thanks. Simon Barry. That's right. I just couldn't remember because I follow a couple of writers from shows. I just couldn't remember if Simon was his name or if it was a different writer that I was thinking about. That's yeller. See, well, it definitely... So it looks yellow on, like, in person. That other color, not this one. This one's red. But, at least in my view, it looks... Like, the other one looked orange, but in person it looked yellow. I feel sorry for Spike in episode 518. He's so in love with Buffy. 518 was good. They timed it really good too, because we needed a good refresher from the past couple episodes. Hey, Joanne. Lord, it's hot in here. I might have to pull that fan out. It's hot. It's stuffy in here. How's the temp? Oh, that's funny that you mentioned that. It's not bad, actually. It's just stuffy in here. It's actually about to rain. It says it's 76 outside. What's with the humidity? What does it feel like? Oh, 79. So it doesn't feel bad with the humidity. Friday it's supposed to be hot. But then it like drops. Like next Tuesday it's going to be a high of 72. That's going to be good. We're like slowly going down. It's like, but weird because we have a couple of spikes and then I don't know. But like in the mornings, it hasn't been bad at all. Like I'll flat out leave the back door open. Loved your Wheel of Time reactions. Oh, thanks. It was weird because when I was first uploading them, like I learned something with Wheel of Time, which was kind of funny. So with Wheel of Time, and I don't think it's just Wheel of Time, like I've noticed with other videos. I've noticed if I upload videos that go out weekly, they do so much better than episodes that come out all at once. And it's really weird. So like, because the first 3 or 4 episodes of Warrior Nun didn't do that great, like at least in the beginning. And then once it hit weekly, boom, like, oh my gosh, it was night and day, completely different. Like, I mean, I know the finale did really well. Like I have like 4,000 views on it or something like that already. Let me see. Almost 5,000 views. Actually, let me see where it says. Oh, it's over 5,000. Okay, so we're over 5,000 views on the last Wheel of Time. Although that's the finale, but still. And then the episode before that it's like at 3,600. And then the episode before that, 3,300. But the first couple ones, now they're a little bit higher, but that's after the fact. So like whenever they were first going out, they were not doing so hot. And then I was like, oh man, like I was kind of bummed out about it. But then like after they hit weekly, then it like not only increased like the current ones, but then the old ones, like then they went up. And I was like, oh, well, good. But I noticed that too with like Sex Lives of College Girls, that once they hit weekly, then they do so much better. And then but I don't hardly do weekly shows anymore. So a lot of Amazon Prime shows are weekly. But other than that, most of them come out like all at once. Also, hello, it's been a long time. Hello to you too. How are you, Cass? I'm good. It's been a crazy week. I mean, not just like in busyness because, yeah, I mean, it's been busy, but it's not been insanely busy. I just think that there's like different things kind of going on this week or that were going on this week. So it made things a little bit like hectic. So I wish it's 42 here. My thing is, I just want 4 seasons. I'd rather it be hot all the time than cold all the time, but I mean, I don't know if I'd say that because I'm pretty sick and tired of the hot weather right now, but I just want 4 seasons. And I miss sweater weather. Very bad. I remember when Spike told Buffy we can dance if we want to. Oh my God, Chris. Hey, Kirby. Hey, Cass, buckle up. The rest of BTVS is quite a ride. You're going to love it. I can't wait. Especially if it's anything like this, the 518. Hi, Cass. It's been a minute. Hope you are well. Good to see you, love. Oh, well, thanks. This is nice to see you too. 1 week today, I'm going to see a band I grew up with called S Club, and I'm going to see them with my little sister, as I have already seen them live before in 2015, and I can't wait to see them again. Oh, that's fun. I haven't seen a band play in so long. It's been years. Do you have any favorite episodes from season 5? Also, how do you like Glory? Favorite episodes from season 5. I don't know, because I took a fat break. So let me see if any of them like stand out. I really liked 518 so far, but oh no. 514's good. Oh yeah, see, they're still not good. The first 3 episodes of Wheel of Time, they're still not that great. They're in the thousands. Like 1,500, 1,000, and 2,000. The ones that went out weekly do like twice as much as that. That Riley episode was pretty good too. Ooh, you know which one was my favorite? I think it was it 5-4 or was it no, it was 5-5. The backstory of Spike. So far 5-5 is my favorite, but 518 is really good as well. And how do I like Glory? I really like her. I think I really like her. I'm pretty, because I like her because she's very different. She's very weird and very, I mean, she's definitely evil from what we can see. And I like that. I like villains that you can tell had some sort of like crazy backstory. Like, for example, because a lot of villains, they came from like something crazy happened to make them turn into a villain. Like, they're not usually like just a villain. They got turned into a villain. So, you know, now with Glory, I'm not entirely sure if she got turned into a villain or if she's just always been a villain. But in like Spike, he got turned into a villain, you know, and all that. But like, those are my favorite villains. And that's why I think I like her. She's not my favorite villain, but she's way better than Adam. No. But, so she's okay. I hope baby Zion is well. He is, but I need to take him to the doctor tomorrow because he hasn't felt good the past couple days. So it's nothing like serious. He just has like a cough. He always kind of has a cough, and he has allergies, but I don't think it's allergies. I think he's got a little cold or something. So I'm going to take him to the doctor tomorrow. I got offered a position at the hospital and I start next month. I am extremely excited. It's a huge goal come true. Oh, I'm so happy for you. Oh, and thanks for asking, Kirby. What are you doing in the hospital? Huge goal met. I mean, well, yeah, you just combine a dream come true, and you know, huge goal met. How are Zion and Anna and Jasmine? Like I said, I'm taking Zion to the doctor tomorrow, and then Anna and Jasmine are good for the most part. We're all good. We're just we all work a lot, so all of us, we're always like work. So, and I think, but on the weekends, we really try and not work and try to spend as much time as we can with Zion. So, especially because our goal in the next like 2 to 3 years is to move. So all of us are like working really hard to try and like pay off a bunch of debt and put money into savings so that we can get the hell out of Florida. My favorite Dairy Girls was season 2 finale when we met James's mom. The funny thing is I think she's exactly what I pictured her to be. Hey, Scott. I'm a certified nursing assistant. I will be caring for patients recovering from surgery and hospitalized for illnesses. Oh, well, good for you. I'm so happy for you. I don't know what that question means. How did you like the Battle of Valmy, and how did it wrap up the storylines involved in a satisfying way? What are you talking about? Is that Lord of the Rings? Oh my god. I'm gonna be in the same room. I'm just gonna go over to the closet. You're not probably gonna hear me because the mic won't go that far for sure, but give me just 1 second. I'm gonna grab the fan. Okay, I'm back. I might not have it up that high. Hold on. Wheel of Time. Oh! I didn't know that that's what it was called. What? Okay, how did you like it? And did it wrap up the storylines involved in a satisfying way? No. Like, so I don't know. Like, I felt like it was going to be more than what it was, but at the same, it's not like it wasn't a lot, because it was a lot. And I don't know. Like, there's, I think, at least for our characters, like the good guys, we still don't know a whole lot about them. We got some more information for sure about them, and they all already went through some like major things, but I just feel like we haven't gotten all that information. And then all the villains from season 2, they weren't new. We did get quite a bit of new characters that we got introduced to, but like we didn't get a whole lot of information on them either. So I think that's why I say no. But it was a lot, and we got quite a bit, just not in like a history learning situation kind of way. I'll be doing blood pressures, blood sugar checks, and taking IVs out and much more. Ooh, fun. Hey, Cody. She's going to fart where we can't hear her. Yeah, that's what I was doing. I feel like knowing my luck and knowing my farts, you probably would still be able to hear them. Happy Buffy and Angel is back. Me too. You could have done it there, cast the noise from the fridge. Would have covered it. Chris, you full of shit, man. Ragweed is really bad right now. Could be what's bothering Zion. It could be. I just want to double check and make sure that everything's okay. He has been a little bit off lately, mainly like with his sleep. And like he hasn't been wanting to eat baby food. He's just been wanting to like have the formula. So, which is very unlike him because he just likes food in general. So, yeah. We've given him like, because we've talked to the doctor about it before because he's always kind of had a little bit of a cough and stuff. But the doctor's like, well, like he checked over him and stuff. He's like, I don't see anything and it's not really concerning to me, in a serious way. So he's like, give him, so much of like this medication, use a humidifier, and just do these like other things and you should be good. But especially the past couple of days, you can tell he really just doesn't feel the greatest. I'm going to see my other niece tomorrow. I'm staying at my little sister's house from tomorrow until Sunday night, and we are going to a pumpkin patch on Sunday afternoon. It's going to be very fun. Oh, fun. We want to go to a pumpkin patch too, but I don't know when and where and all that yet. Nothing to be embarrassed about. Farting is a natural part of being human. There was one video, and it was my old chair. There was one video, and it like, I mean, if you guys have seen if you ever like did watched any of the lives that I have with McKenna, she ends up sitting in that chair because that's the only thing that I have. That old chair, it's broken, and so it'll like it clicks all the time, or like it'll make like a weird what sounds like fart. And there was like someone in a video, it was an old ass video, because it had that chair in it. But somebody's like, because I think I said like, oh, that was my chair or something, but somebody said that it was me farting. No, I remember what it was. So it happened, somebody commented and asked if I farted, and I was like, would you believe me if I said it was a chair? So I just kind of like did that number out of it. I'm not embarrassed about farting. I'm not embarrassed about it. But probably not the best thing to do while live or anything. How is everyone? We good, Cody. How is you? We miss you. We know you haven't been in here that much. It's time to roll the dice, what Matt says after he blows the horn. Oh. That's cool. Fans of the books were eagerly anticipating that, I'm sure. I want to read more. I don't think I've read any more since last week. I just haven't had the time. Just likes food in general. Can relate. Yeah, he does. He really likes food, but he has not been wanting to eat food. He just has been wanting to have formula. So I think that's another way that you could tell that he doesn't feel good. It's a good sign. It's a good sign to fart in front of your partner. Anna farted in front of me like day 2 that we knew each other. She's definitely not shy about it. I forget, are you reacting to the fall of House of Usher? Yes, I am. I think it comes out tomorrow. And that's when it like releases or whatever. I think it's tomorrow. Either that or it's Friday. Let me see. I thought it said the 12th. Yeah, tomorrow. It comes out tomorrow. But I'll upload it on the 13th. At least on YouTube. I still need to figure out what movie I'm doing. I don't even know what movie I'm doing for the next one. I probably will end up putting out a poll because I'm not sure if I want to, like, I want to do something like Halloweeny, like spooky or horror or whatever, but I don't know. Because like there's also like Bottoms and Barbie and all that, but I don't know if those will be good videos or not to do. I'll have to see. I'll have to see how it did with other reactors. The thing, I called dibs on her reacting to it. I could always go with the old poll, and it said like whatever got second place was A Cabin in the Woods. Speaking of Bottoms is getting a UK theatrical release. Really? Huh. Everyone and their grandma have reacted to the thing. To what, Barbie? Oh, Cabin in the Woods is a fun one. By the way, my birthday is in 2 days. I'll be 36, saying that is painful. Well, happy birthday to you. October 13th. Ooh. What a day. And it lands on a Friday. Friday the 13th in October. Spooky. Everybody has reacted to the thing because it's so good. Huh. Did I not add the thing in as an option for the poll? I don't even remember. Let me see. I don't remember. No, I didn't. I did Orphan First Kill, Stay Alive, Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey, Jennifer's Body, and A Cabin in the Woods. Friday the 13th, Wednesday's birthday. Oh. Huh. Cabin in the Woods is very meta, so it does work better if you have seen a lot of horror movies. I have. But I guess it depends on what your definition of a lot of is. Hey now, a birthday is a birthday, Friday the 13th or not. No, I'm saying that's cool. That's what I'm saying. My mom's birthday is on like a 13th of a month. And so like I always think that that's cool. That's the day she was born, was on the 13th. Not of October, but I was born February 10th. So you know, it's not cool. Do you watch a lot of horror spooky movies? Do you know a lot of the tropes around them? Well, yeah, a lot of the like bare basic ones, I would think, for sure. Cabin in the Woods was also done by Joss Whedon. Yeah, I remember us talking about that. So I guess that could be a good one to do this month, especially since I don't have like that much Buffy coming out this month. So that could be a good thing to do, a Cabin in the Woods. That, and like I said, it ranked number 2 for the poll. So we'll probably end up doing a Cabin in the Woods. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I wanted to do The Hobbit as well, but maybe I'll push that to November. Like, maybe I'll do 2 Hobbit movies in November. Or maybe I'll just push The Hobbit to one of the days in November and have 2 spooky movies this month. Like, I'll do a Cabin in the Woods and maybe the next one, maybe I'll do The Thing. I don't know, because I haven't made up my mind on what I want to do, but at least for this next movie, we'll probably end up being Cabin in the Woods. And then that way it gives me more time to think about what I want to do for the last one. I'm glad that I've been able to mix in like movies too. I should have started mixing in movies like in the beginning, but hey, I mean, you learn. You know what's crazy, guys, is that I started YouTube 3 years ago this month. Isn't that crazy? Isn't that crazy? Actually, I don't know if I started it as much as I like got monetized this month 3 years ago. Is that when it was? Yeah, that's what it was. Wait, I don't know that for a fact. Hold on. I at least got monetized. Wait, when did my first video go out? Let me look. My first video. Oh yeah, my first video came out in August. Okay, so my first video came out in August. So yeah, okay, technically I started YouTube 3 years ago, 2 months ago, but I got monetized officially 3 years ago today. It's crazy. It's crazy that it's been 3 years. Ridiculous. I only ask because the writing is so good in Cabin, but really only if you know the tropes of horror movies and why they exist. For the true movie geeks like me, check out the breakdown by Fanjoy. I'll have to do that. YouTube is trying to do the thing where they won't show a video if you have ad blocker. I just reload and it's fine. Huh. I didn't know that. I mean, I do the YouTube, what is it? YouTube Prime or YouTube, what is it? YouTube, I don't know. The one where I don't have to worry about ads. Everything I do is the ad-free version, so I don't have to worry about it if I do reactions on stuff. Movies by Mikey from Fanjoy does a great breakdown. Huh. I'll have to check it out. Found your channel because of your movie reaction to But I'm a Cheerleader. Then I stuck around for the Buffy. Ah, well, thank you, the Pudgy Ninja. I appreciate it. But I'm a Cheerleader did really good for me too. Like, my movies do really well. That's what I'm saying. I should have like started doing movies a long ass time ago, but let's see what it's doing right now. Oh yeah, it's done really well. It's funny because it was like just doing okay for like the first 9 months. It was just like like it was just okay. But then all of a sudden, like after that, it like skyrocketed. It especially skyrocketed in the month of July. So, and it's made $94. So it's been doing pretty good. Pretty good. Started due to Motherland, Fort Salem. Oh, I miss my Motherland. Oh, God. I miss Motherland so bad. I wish that would have gotten picked back up. Supposedly, I remember reading about how the writers or like whatever of Motherland or the creator or something, like he said if it wasn't going to get picked up that he was going to end up writing like short form stories, or he was going to do, I don't think he said he was going to do a book, but I think he said he was going to do like short form stories or something like that. I've loved Natasha Lyonne ever since I saw that movie. Have you watched Russian Doll? I think you'd like it. Everyone tells me that too, but I haven't watched it yet. And like I say all the time, like other than reacting to stuff, I never watch TV. Like it's funny because we have TVs in like almost every room in the house, and like none of us really watch that much TV. Because we have a TV in here, because my TV's right here. And then I've got a TV in my bedroom, a TV in the living room. We never watch TV in the living room, ever. And we have a nice setup in the living room. We just never go in there. And then a TV in there. That's it. Like Zion doesn't have a TV in his room or anything. And then we don't have a TV in like the kitchen or dining area or whatever, but almost. I can't remember why I started, but I most enjoyed your Willow reactions. Thank you. Willow did really well for me too. Willow. Oh, that's my old shit. I was like, why? Where is everything? Oh. Willow did so far. It's number 8 in my top shows for this year. So top 10, not too shabby. It's going to get bumped down though. I already know it is, like, because of some stuff that came out, but I can't do that, like, my own analytics on it just yet until they hit like 30 days. But it's going to get bumped down. I already know that. But it still did really good for me. Chloe Duvall from But I'm a Cheerleader was the invisible girl on Buffy season 1. Yeah, I remember that. And they did such a cliffhanger for that episode that I thought that they were going to end up doing more with that, but I don't know. Maybe they still will. I don't know. What up, long time watcher? First time in the live. Oh, welcome. It's a good thing you haven't started when sometimes we have a little bit of unique conversations. I think someone jumped in, like someone new jumped in last stream when we were like having an intense conversation about something. I don't even remember what it was, but, and we're like, oh, well, you're just gonna have to get used to it. But welcome again. What were your overall thoughts on the final season of Sex Education? It didn't really feel like a final season. I felt like it was very average for a sex education season, but I expected more from it, to be honest. It's not that I disliked it. I did like a lot of things about it. But I felt like a lot of things were kind of unanswered or left unsaid, and maybe they did that on purpose, but I didn't like that in that show or at least for those characters, I kind of hated that. But yeah, I still think the show in general is very good. I got in trouble with YouTube on one of the videos. So yeah, that was fun. It was my fault though, because I thought I took that part out, like at least the video part, and left the audio in, but it didn't. And yep. Willow did top 10 this year, but it came out last year. Well, it started. So technically, I put it on this year's analytics because the 30-day thing was like when I was done with it. When I was done with it was no. Yeah, when I was done with it was this year. Because I started it December 30th. So when I got done with it, like, I counted it as a part of this year. Because that's when I got done with it. So, yeah. I would consume anything related to Motherland Fort Salem. I keep listening to the soundtrack from time to time. Still like Blue Balloons scare me. It's funny. I made a post one time when Motherland Fort Salem was still airing, or like whenever season 1 came out or something, season 1 or season 2. I don't remember, but I remember making a post on Twitter and I had a balloon and I'm like, now I'm kind of scared of balloons. Melanie Linsky from But I Am a Cheerleader was supposed to be Willow. Oh, Willow in Buffy. That's what I heard. Did she turn it down, or like what was the thing? Because like I heard that that's what she was supposed to do. Chloe ended up doing a lot of movies around that time, so wasn't available for more episodes in season 2. Oh, okay. For a minute, I was like, what are we talking about? But yeah, I know what you're saying now. Have you ever seen Sense8 on Netflix? One of my favorite LGBT shows. Yes, I have. The funny thing is I've watched all of Sense8 except for the finale because in my mind, it's never over if I don't watch the finale. Season 4 was a little disappointing. That too. Of Sex Education? Yeah. I wasn't necessarily bothered by it. There are a few storylines that I didn't really care for, and some were too weird, but I liked how most of the characters ended. Yeah, most of the characters. I like how most of the characters ended. Like, I like how... Oh, I don't know if this is like spoiler alert, just in case. I liked how Maeve's ending was. I like that her and Otis didn't end up together because I just never really liked them together. I don't really know who liked them together. There was like a couple of people I think that really liked them together, but I didn't. Natasha Lyonne from But I Am a Cheerleader was supposed to play Buffy, but she wasn't interested in TV at the time. Huh. I think Melanie's agent advised her to turn it down. Stupid agent. That role made Allison's like career. Hey Cass, Buffy's back. He's back. Technically, because the first Buffy episode since my break came out yesterday. Melanie Linsky, Willow, she ended up playing it really geeky, as the casting director said, but Joss wanted to go a different direction, and we ended up with Allison Hannigan. I mean, I think Allison Hannigan did a really good job. Don't get me wrong. But it's funny to see her in that kind of role because I love Melanie Linsky. So I'm curious on how she would have made Willow. I'm also glad that, what does that say? Rotus? Oh, yeah. Okay. Ruby and Otis wasn't endgame because Otis clearly lost interest in getting back with her as he put all of his focus on Maeve the whole season, and she low-key deserved better. Oh, for sure. Like, I really liked them as well, Ruby and Otis. But, like, if you look at from her, like, what she deserves way better. Like, way better. I wasn't ever a huge fan of Otis anyway. He was too kind of like pretentious and stuff, you know? So. But I think if he would have put more interest into the relationship with Ruby, like if he would have put more interest in her in their relationship, I think that they would have been a really cute couple. The best parts for me were Isaac and Amy having the healthiest relationship in the whole season. I especially the Groff family reunion, very wholesome. Oh, I love that. Yeah, I really liked it. I love Amy and Isaac together. Oh, it was so good. I just and the fact of like Maeve saying like it's uncomfortable for me. Like, can you not just be in a relationship with him? You know, like blah blah blah. And I was like, she's got to come around with that because that's unfair. I'm glad that she did because like Amy wouldn't have like gone after him if Maeve was uncomfortable with it, which makes like Amy like, come on. I mean, she is the ultimate best friend in that case. But yeah, so I'm glad that they ended up together. They're so freaking cute. And then yeah, the Groff family reunion. That was very cute. I liked how his dad changed. Because I remember seeing him from like the first season. And then we went from like him being that way to like him at the end of season 4. And I mean, in like total night and day difference. So I love that he changed. After finishing watching Buffy and Angel, you should listen to the Audible podcast, Slayers of Buffyverse Tale. It's dropping tomorrow, but please finish watching the shows. Oh yeah, I'll finish watching the shows before I do anything else. Like what I want to do is finish watching the shows, and then I want to listen to like the Audible series for Spike, and then I can do that. I don't listen to much podcasts. I want to, but I just haven't. Did I also say I wanted to watch a movie? I can't remember, but I want to watch a movie after the shows are done too. I also joked it's very fitting that they had a scene with Otis in the trash can, considering how people reacted to his characterization ended up. That's funny. Yeah, I didn't even notice that. I love how Jean didn't end up with anyone, so it's kind of funny. It is funny if you look at like everybody's character development in the entire series, because like where we started off with Jean and where she's at now is way different. But I like that. I like that she didn't end up with anyone. Just read an interview. Apparently, Whedon wanted Linsky for the role, but her agent told her that TV was for has-beens. Well, that's like, I feel like that's the complete opposite, at least for in today's day and age now. Like, because, I mean, That's what everyone really talks about, are shows. Like, yeah, you have the big time movies that like make it huge, you know, of course, like Barbie and was it Oppenheimer? But I mean, I haven't seen that, but you have that, and then you've got bottoms, and then, you know, and then you had Super Mario Brothers. And like, I'm trying to think of some big ones that made it, like movies that were huge. But like, I can think of more shows than I can movies that have been just really good recently. Amy and Eric were the best parts of the show. Oh, agreed. I think Amy and Eric are like my favorite characters. I love Jean too, but I mean, it could be because I have a crush on the actress in general, but yeah. Who? I mean, those are, yeah, probably those two. Funny because now all of the major actors are doing TV. I know, that's what I was saying. Hold on. Sorry, guys. Like I said, he hasn't been feeling good, so. The movie industry was very different in the 90s. A lot more movies and TV didn't pay near as well. Yeah, I can see that. Especially in the 90s. Like, the 90s movies are some of the best movies. But now Melanie is Shauna, role of a lifetime for her and Sophie. Freaking love Melanie Linsky. She freaking kills it as Shauna. She was she was nominated for an Emmy. What was it for the season 1 for Shauna? She didn't get it, but that's because, I mean, Zendaya got it. Buffy was right before prestige TV really took off. It was actually influential in bringing it about. I think so. I'd have to agree with you. Even though I didn't watch it, I knew it was huge. You should definitely watch and react to everything now. I appreciate it. I try. I at least try to do at least the like bigger things, or like what everybody wants at the moment, and then go from there. But some shows just don't do that well. I credit Buffy and DS9, what's DS9? In the 90s for bringing on the current golden age of TV. Season arcs, character development, not made for syndication, led to HBO making Sopranos, The Wire, Rome, etc. I would love to react to Sopranos. And there's another show I want to do really bad. There's so many shows that I kind of want to start doing. Like some of the older ones, but some of like the best ones. Yes, and Star Trek Voyager made Obama president. What? One last thing, I loved how Isaac was completely patient and understanding with Amy, especially with her intimacy, because for me, it makes total sense because he's a guy in the wheelchair. I just think that they're perfect for each other, and they have such good chemistry. I'd include X-Files in that list too. Right at the time, there were a lot of shows trying to figure out the right formula to balance one-off episodes with serialized episodes. I agree. I'm contemplating Eventually maybe like uploading my X-Files reactions as like YouTube videos, but I don't know yet if I'm gonna do that. So right now they're just on Patreon because it's a Patreon request. Also, if you want another pro-feminist, pro-LGBTQ friendly genre TV show on your plate, check out Orphan Black. Tatiana Maslany is brilliant and earned her Emmy. I've seen it. I've seen it several times. It is so good. It is like in my top 5 favorite shows of all time. Orphan Black is amazing. And yes, Tatiana Maslany was brilliant in that show. I watched it like for the first time like 7 years ago. DS9 is Star Trek. Oh. And sexual intimacy works differently with disabled people like Isaac. But yeah, I mean, they're good. They're so good together. Deep Space Nine. Gotcha. Thanks for saying what that was. Actress on Voyager's husband was Obama's opponent for the Senate. Her divorce with him destroyed his Senate chance, which led to Obama becoming a senator and then president. An interesting way to think about it. Right now, with these extremely short seasons for streaming shows, they mostly don't have one-offs or Monster of the Week style episodes anymore, and I think it's a real shame. For sure. I hate that these shows are only getting like 6 to 8 to maybe 10 if they're lucky episodes. I haven't seen more than a show or more than 10 episodes for a show in I don't know how long. Orphan Black is amazing, and Tatiana Maslany was absolutely incredible in every role she had in that show. It was so freaking good. I remember we forced Jasmine to watch it, and Orphan Black is one of her top favorite. There you go. Tatiana Maslany's first major role was in Ginger Snaps 2. You could watch Ginger Snaps and then the second one for horror movies. Maybe. I've never heard of it, though. What are you reacting to this month? A lot. We've got a mixture of Buffy and Angel, The Fall of House of Usher, a couple of movies, Gen V, and that's it. How many seasons do you think a show should have? Depends on the show. I think in general, like, I don't think it matters how many seasons a show should have. I think if a show is really good, fuck it, give it 100 seasons. If a show can produce good amount of content each season, keep going. But if you just repeat the same content and maybe reword or rewrite like a couple of things, like, it's totally noticeable. And like, people know when you're like reusing content, and then it gets boring and drab, and like, just stop. Like, it just, if you can't come up with new ideas for the show, end it. That way you do everybody justice in that aspect. And because it can ruin, if you continue the show but you can't think of any other good content to bring to the show, then you could ruin that show's reputation. You know, like Once Upon a Time should have stopped after season 3 or season 4 because you could tell that they were starting to repeat content. They were doing the same thing over and over and over again, and people, like, you could totally tell. And then, like, it just ruined it. I feel like it would have been such bigger. Well, honestly, they needed to do a couple of things to make it bigger, but that's one of the things is they drug it on. Now, like a show like Grey's Anatomy, I don't watch Grey's Anatomy, so I watched like the first 8 seasons of Grey's Anatomy and then I stopped. Grey's Anatomy just like isn't my type of show, so I can't really give like a good opinion about that, really. So I feel like, but there's a lot of content there that you could have because there's so many different illnesses and diseases and different things that people can get injured for, and like there's so many opportunities there. So I feel like shit, yeah. I mean, I don't even know how many seasons are out at this point, but like they could continue doing that. So that's my rule on it. If you can come up with good content and keep the show going, by all means. But if you can't, then come up with a good way to wrap it up and just end it. As far as that are just incredible shows with brilliant acting. Peaky Blinders is phenomenal. I know Anna really likes Peaky Blinders, but I haven't seen it. I hope that Yellow Jackets episode 10 isn't a Cabin Daddy episode. There are such better ideas for a standalone episode than that. We'll see. Oh shit, Tatiana Maslany is in Ginger Snaps. Never saw the second one, but the first one was actually pretty great. It's funny that you made your friend watch Orphan Black and it's one of her favorites. And fans are getting you to watch Buffy and it'll be one of your favorites. I'm sure of it. Oh, it already is. It's really good. But yeah, we made her watch Orphan Black and Wentworth because Wentworth is like one of my, like any time that I recommend shows to somebody, I always tell them Wentworth. Normally when I give recommendations, I'm like, what do you like? And then I'll give you a recommendation because a lot of people don't like, you know, it depends on what style of TV show that you like. And then I'll give you like a good recommendation based off of what you like because not everyone's going to like the same thing. But I always recommend Wentworth. There's just so much to Wentworth. It's so good. Agree. Oh, on the fact of the content thing for like seasons and whatnot. Swan Queen, yeah. That was one of the other things that they needed to do. So it was quite obvious, Swan Queen. As for Buffy, it owns the X-Files for letting it exist because genre TV shows on the older TV networks weren't treated well. Syndication was genre TV's savior. I think X-Files went on too long between 1992 and to 2001. So far, it's really good, but I have only seen like the first like few episodes. Like, well, I think they just put in the request to do another one. So like so I finished episode 12. So like I'll watch episode 13 on Friday. Yeah, I was about to say so many curses again and again in Once Upon a Time. It's the thing is they couldn't come up with any other content other than doing the same thing over and over and over again. I mean, that's totally, if anybody has watched Once Upon a Time, you know that that's what they did. Especially because they use the same curse multiple times. Like, okay, you didn't need to do that. Like, I feel like there was so much opportunity there, but the thing with Once Upon a Time that I think that they screwed up is they combined so many like fairy tale characters at once instead of taking it slow with each character and building up like character development with certain characters at first and then slowly introducing new ones and then giving them like their backstory and like all this stuff. They threw like every freaking fairy tale character into the first season and they were like, here's everybody and then here's their backstory, and like they just shoved everything all at once, And that's what they did. That was their problem. When what they should have done, like I said, they should have introduced a couple of characters at first and then slowly added in the other characters. And they could have made that go on for, like, do you know how many freaking fairy tale characters there are? Like, they could have went on for a long time with that. But that was their issue, I think. And I think they realized that, but it was too late. I think they realized it too late. And you can kind of tell because they recasted a couple of the original fairy tale characters. Like, I remember because if you watch season 1, they introduced Cinderella in season 1, and then they recasted her in season... Was it the last season? I don't remember. It was one of the later seasons, but they recasted her and then pretended like they were like, oh, you remember Cinderella from the first season? We're just completely going to forget about that Cinderella. And then we're going to bring in this Cinderella. And then this is what happened to Cinderella now. Like, and it, what? Yeah, you can tell they totally, like, yeah. Anyway, I feel like I could talk forever about that. Oh, where am I at? I started watching Grey's. I got discouraged when I saw the amount of seasons. That's another thing too, is because it has so many seasons. That's why I don't want to give it another chance, because I feel like it would take me forever to get caught up. Like, you would have to have a lot of time on your plate. Like, if you're just really freaking bored, like if you have off like a weekend or something, or if you're bedridden, or if like you're just bored or something, then I feel like Grey's Anatomy would be a good show to jump into. Oh, for sure, X-Files outstayed its welcome. The mythology got so convoluted by the end that I just didn't care. The standalone episodes were pretty strong the whole time, though. Huh. That's a shame. Wentworth is greater than Orange is the New Black. Oh, for sure. But they're two completely different shows. Like, I feel like you can't really compare the two, because Orange is the New Black is like a comedy based show, and Wentworth is more of like a drama based show. They're both based off of true stories. Well, for the most part. At least they started out being based on a true story. But they're two completely different shows. In my opinion, I really liked Wentworth better than Orange is the New Black, because I'd rather, at least in that type of situation, like, I'd rather have the drama, and I just felt like it was better. But it's hard to compare the two. I hate it when people try to compare the both of them, because they're not at all similar. Love Beef from Wentworth. I was so mad. Well, okay. Well, just in case, a spoiler. If anyone wants to watch Wentworth, watch it. I lost interest in X-Files around the 5th season. How many seasons are there? It's funny that neither of the channels that Buffy was on are still around. What channels did they come on? If you like Wentworth, you need to check out Locked Up. To me, it might be better than Wentworth. Also about a woman's prison. Is that a reality show? Speaking of Patreon-sponsored shows, did the person who was sponsoring Total Forgiveness stop doing that? I'll step in. It was just getting to the good stuff. I think so, because I don't think they put in did they put in a request last month? I don't think they did. They must have, because I don't think they put in a request last month. don't remember who that person was. I feel like I'll know their name once I see them. This one? No. Oh, it's not that far back. Jeez. Maybe not. Maybe I won't recognize them by the name. I'm not finding them. I wonder if their messages should still pop up in my thing though, so I don't know why. I was gonna say maybe. Oh. I don't know. I can't find them. I don't think that they must be. But yeah, that was a good show. I really like doing that show. I think it's a cool concept. As for serialized TV, daytime and primetime soaps have done it. Yet it was Wise Guy that started it in the action crime drama genre. It's basically James Bond from Brooklyn. Huh. I haven't heard of that. Agreed. They tried their first format of the beginning and then didn't know what to do when they expanded. Once Upon a Time. Yeah, I mean that was their problem for sure. They did way too much in the beginning. I think they wanted to include all of the major fairy tale characters. They were like, okay, we've got Snow White, now we need to add in Cinderella, now we need to add in Aurora, now we need to add in like, you know, we need to add in all of the major characters like in the first season, and it screwed them. They should have just stuck with Snow White and the Evil Queen, like their story. They should have just stuck with that for like, I mean, honestly, that's kind of what they were this kind of the sole focus for a long time for Once Upon a Time. But what they should have done was just really, and like the whole situation with Emma, like they should have stuck with that and then not add in other major fairy tale characters until later. And like I think Maleficent was a part, technically she was a part of the first season or something like that. First or second season. Like she was brought in way too quick. And they added in Belle. Like they added in all of these like massive fairy tale characters when they should have just taken it slow. Was season 5 when they did what? When they realized it was too late? I don't know. I think it definitely took them a long time to realize that they were too late. For sure. Like, and it was the first, even though they did that, it was still a really good show for the first like 3 seasons or something like that. But then after that, it just like went downhill because you can tell like when they were bringing the curse back, the same freaking curse, like the 3rd time, I was like, okay, you gotta come up with something different, man. If you're bedridden, Grays, I jump back into sometimes not really lady gay content usually. Hey, but sometimes like, you know, like when I was pregnant, I was crazy sick to the point where I was basically bedridden, and like I would stay in there or come in. I would record one episode every other day, and like you could tell in the episodes, like I was trying so hard not to just drip sweat off of my face. Like you could tell, like if you like looked in the camera, and you could tell I just did not feel that well at all. And I think I was like occasionally rocking back and forth because I was like, oh God, like I don't feel good. I tried though. I'm proud of myself, but like honestly, I could have like picked up Grey's Anatomy if I wanted to, because I was so sick and tired of being bedridden. But it's kind of common. Like a lot of people at one point get to the point where they're like bedridden or whatever. But yeah. Are you going to get the new Assassin's Creed? What do you think? Duh. I have to. Buffy was on UPN and the WB. Yeah, I don't even know what those are. I think there are 9 seasons of X-Files. Oh, dang. I think the WB became the CW. I remember the WB. So yeah, I think it was the CW or something like that. Buffy started at the CW and then moved to UPN for the final 2 seasons. Not the reality show, same name, different show. The Locked Up I mentioned is on Netflix. It's a show from Spain, I think. Oh. There are 11 seasons of the X-Files. As for Buffy, the first 5 seasons aired on the WB and the last 2 aired on UPN. Both networks are now. X-Files came back a few years ago for a short run, and that was it. Plus, it had a film in 98 and something years later. I don't know what that's supposed to be. More in the lane of Wentworth than Orange is the New Black. Oh, your Locked Up show? Is your Overlord tier on Patreon still open? Oh yeah, it's still open. I think if I get like an overwhelming amount of people getting in there, I'll have to put a cap on it. I'm not gonna have that much time, but so far I don't have a cap on it. I might have to put a cap on it, but the only thing is, like, I don't know if I want to do that right now. I'm kind of wishy-washy about it, so I don't know. Maybe I won't do it yet. Like, I feel like, because I think I have 8 overlords, but I think, like, for sure I can't do more than 15. That's for sure. But I don't know. I don't know. It depends. But yeah, I mean, at least right now, I for sure can't do more than like 15. And I have 8. But yeah, I mean, there's definitely like spots open and whatnot. Wise Guy, there's a name I haven't heard in a long time. See, I haven't heard of that. Hello, long time no see. Welcome back. Sounds like you're up for more total forgiveness. I'm happy to upgrade to Evil Genius. Do you want me to message you after or something to confirm? Oh yeah, for sure. Because that's how I put things on my calendar, is because I'll get notified once people become a patron. And I don't mean this to sound bad or that I'm like flexing or bragging or whatever, but I get so many and so many different ones that it's hard for me to keep track. So that's why I actually put in the tiers, like if people, like for the higher up tiers, I always tell them to like, if you get the tier, please message me like your request or something, and then I'll add it to my schedule. But yeah, I appreciate it. Oh, girly, never apologize for that. Badass. They should give a damn medal. What are you talking about when I was like bedridden? What are you talking about? I don't remember. No, Mikey today. It must be late for him. Oh, yeah. Yeah, Mikey's not in here. Yeah, it must be. It's like, for his time, it's like 2 a.m. or something. I'm waiting to see what the new Assassin's Creed is like. I'm afraid that they're going to do like Valhalla, where they try to take the game backwards in terms of mechanics. I'm not sure. I'm excited, though. We'll see. They're such good games. I love them. Origins was shit, but I want to retry Origins. Because when I initially tried Origins, I did not like it at all. I didn't ever finish it. But maybe I should give it a second chance. But the best one for sure is Odyssey. Valhalla's up there too. And then the Ezio series. Once Upon a Time is one of the major shows influenced by the TV series Lost. It was also written by former Lost writers. You can tell. I mean, you can tell they use a lot of influence from it. I mean, I never watched Lost, but I mean, I know stuff about Lost. So I can already kind of make connections about it. This was fun. Hope I can make more of them. Break is over. Back to the grill pit. Bye, Jacob. Appreciate you coming in. Let's put it this way. How often did you blend with crowd in Valhalla? Oh, true. I like never fucking did that. Never. Is that even an option? Can you do that in Valhalla? How can... But the thing is with Valhalla, they did Valhalla so different than the other games because you're wearing... Eivor wears their armor on the outside. Like, they're not hiding anything. You know what I mean? So I think that's why you can't really blend with the crowd. I mean, unless you're blending with other Vikings. Did I miss that Voyager comment? Because that's hilarious. Voyager comment. What are you talking about? I think that Once Upon a Time was really hamstrung by having the mouse overseeing their storylines. The mouse. Oh, Disney. Yeah. They should have done it so differently, though. I wish if they would have had more time to think about that. It just seems so rushed. I wonder if they had a certain deadline or something. Like, they had to have. Because the whole show seems so rushed. You can blend with a group of monks to get into towns. I always just climb the walls. Oh, that's what I did. I always just climbed the walls. I never freaking blended in. I only blended in if it was like if you had to, if you had no choice in a mission, if you had to blend in, then that's the only time when I would. But it wasn't ever a necessity in Valhalla. Which kind of makes sense, like I said. But yeah, I can't wait. It was so funny because I have an Amazon TV or something in my bedroom. I don't remember what kind it is or whatever. I got it on one of the Prime days, like last year. But it like so it pops up on the homepage, the new Assassin's Creed game, and it's funny because for a minute I didn't realize it was a freaking game because like the graphics are that good that the guy popped up, and when I went to like go click over to it to one of the streaming services or whatever, I saw it but it went away so quick, and I'm like, whoa, and I went back to it and I was like, that is freaking crazy. I can't freaking wait for that game to come out. When does it come out? I don't even remember. Is it like November? That's usually when they come out, is November. Assassin's Creed Mirage. Oh, is it already out? My life. Where has my life come to? It sure as hell did. Fuck. I don't know why I was thinking it was November. Well, yes, I'm getting it very soon then. For sure. I need to see if my lady's ever played Assassin's Creed because he has not. That's gonna change. Just stopping by to say that I love your reactions. Have you seen the original Charm series? Watching you all the way from Peru. Oh, well, hello from Peru. No, I have not seen the original Charm series. I watched the reboot and then I stopped watching it because it was not that great, in my opinion. So yeah. Is the new Assassin's Creed game the one that is going to be available to play on iPhone 15 Pro Max? Oh, I have no idea. I always just play it on PlayStation. I don't know. Just waiting for news on the Fallout TV series with Ella Purnell. You know what? I might start playing Fallout just to get ready for that show because I feel like that show is going to be major. And I've never played that game before. I think I tried to play it a long ass time ago. Like my brother was always really into the games, and then I like tried to play it and I couldn't get into it, but I don't know, like your tastes always change. So I'm going to retry it. But also I'm getting a bunch of fucking shit done to my truck next week. And it costs a lot of money. So yeah. Hopefully. I'm supposed to be getting a bonus from work, but I have no idea how much it is. Hopefully it's going to cover the shit on my truck. If not, that's going to be fun to cover. I haven't played an Assassin's Creed game in a long time. Are they still doing the thing where you flip back and forth from the past to the future? Yes, but not as intense as the older games. So, like, the original games, you did it so often, I feel like. But in the newer games, you don't... Like, I think I remember flipping back and forth, like, maybe 2 or 3 times. But, like, so, for example, like, so the very first one with Altair, you have your character that's in the Animus, Damon. No, not Damon, Desmond. The fuck am I talking about, Damon? I'm not that good with names. You know this. So Desmond. So you have Desmond in Altair and Ezio series, and you flip back and forth between future and past with him, and then pretty much after the whole Desmond situation, you don't really flip back and forth that much because you have like you play like different characters that go in the Animus, depending on the game. But it's definitely not as much as those games, but it still happens. It's just not as much. Start with Fallout 4. I'm supposed to start with the 4th one? Have you seen Invincible on Prime? Who's in that one? Who's in Invincible? I don't remember. I'm gonna ask my lady if she has... Fallout 1 and 2 are isometric and very different. Huh. Fallout 3 and New Vegas are good but dated. Start with 4. I mean, I still, whether I start with like whichever one, I still might have to play like all of them just to get into to get prepared for the show. She has not. Can't believe I'm with someone that has never played Assassin's Creed. Crazy. Invincible is a cartoon. That's right. Yeah. I think I know what that is now. I envy you people that remember that much in details from games, TV shows, movies, etc. I didn't remember any of the characters' names from Wheel of Time before starting season 2, except for Rand. Oh, I mean, I for sure, like, depending on the show. So, depending on the show, I'll know. But first of all, I'm terrible with names. So, I will either, like, unless it's like one of my all-time favorites, then I'll just remember, which doesn't usually happen because I can absolutely love a show. Like, I mean, Wheel of Time, I absolutely adore Wheel of Time. I freaking love it. The only name I think I remembered was Moraine, and that was because, I mean, Rosamund Pike. I mean, come on. So that's the only name I remembered. I had to like rewatch some of Wheel of Time to like remember some bigger things that had happened, and like, because there was so much of a break. Like, you get so much of a break in your mind, like you just completely forget about it. So a lot of times I'll have to like rewatch either the full series or season, or do like watch something that has a really big recap on it, or like, you know, what have you. Only Motherland and the Magicians because I love them. Yeah, so like Motherland, I didn't have to because I freaking love Motherland. But we also didn't get like a year break with Motherland. I didn't have to do that with not Warrior Nun. What was it? Winona Earp. I didn't have to do it with that one. I really liked Winona Earp. And Winona Earp was so different too. So I think that's why, like, that one I remembered this stuff. And everyone's name is so different. So for the most part. But not too different to where I like completely forget what they are or how to pronounce them. Oh, they're putting him. Hold on, guys. I'll be right back. Give me just 1 second. Give me 1 second. Hold on. Sorry, I had to kiss my baby boy goodnight. They were already putting him down because he's not feeling well. So I may or may not have to... What's going on with this shirt? This shirt has a small neck hole. My neck is so freaking big. I was kissing him goodnight. But yeah, since they're already putting him down, I might have to end early, especially with him not feeling good. It can be a curse to remember too many details. It can spoil rewatch and or take you out of the story at times. Yeah, I think it honestly depends on the show and like how much of a gap that you had, because it's just like, I don't know. I would prefer a recap, because I think the more that you watch a movie or a show, like the more details that no matter what, you're going to get more details an additional time that you watch something, whether it's the second time or whether it's the 100th time. Like, you're going to remember things, or not remember, I'm sorry. You're going to catch things or realize little details or maybe big details or like whatever. And that's why I want to rewatch Lord of the Rings. Once I'm done with The Hobbit, I want to completely rewatch it, because now that, like, after I would have seen everything, then I like want to start from the beginning again and like, do that. I love rewatching something, because it like, I love catching like little details. Or being able to understand something better. Just remember that Jolene is Waverly's twin sister. Jolene. She looked nothing like her. She needs to fart again? Oh yeah, that's what I was saying. She fart if she wants to. She can leave her friends behind, because her friends don't fart, and if they don't fart. Oh, so cute. Hope he sleeps well. I know, me too. Let me see. He's still kind of rocking him back and forth. I think he was... when I went in there and kissed him, he was wide ass awake. But it's close to his bedtime and he doesn't feel good, so he probably needs to sleep. Yeah, like I said, he's going to the doctor tomorrow. My baby boy. I don't like that. But the thing is it's hard to tell when he doesn't feel good, because he's still... You can tell that he doesn't feel good because he's different, because normal Zion is outgoing and like always crazy active and loves food, and so, he's just so outgoing. And now he's not so much as outgoing. He's like I said, he hasn't been eating baby food, and he's been doing things. He's been happy for the most part, but he hasn't been like his typical outgoing self. He's been more cuddly and more like not wanting to kind of do some stuff. So oh my gosh, I was trying to make him a bottle or something the past couple days, and I'll like put him in his like little, we call it his car, but it's like the thing that he can like run, and he like goes, like it has wheels and he like just kind of runs in it. But so I put him in it, because normally I'll put him in it, make him a bottle, and then like once the bottle's done warming, then I'll feed him and he's fine. But the past couple days I'll put him in there and he won't let go of my arm. And I'm like, dang it. I'm like, I have to have my arm back because I have to make your food. Because if I don't make your food, then you're going to be hungry. Like you're going to, be mad because you're hungry. Yeah. That's fun. Is your live stream goal still 20,000 subscribers? Oh, yeah. Well, like, are you talking about my 24-hour live stream? Yes, that's still the case. Once I hit 20,000 subscribers, I will do a 24-hour live stream. It won't be like on the day, I don't think. I don't know. I haven't planned any of it out yet because I'm not really close. So once I get close, then I'll start trying to figure out more information on like what I want to do and plan out some stuff. But yeah. Have you seen Lost Girl? Yes, I've seen it a couple of times. It is very good. It's slow in some parts of it, but for the most part, it's very good. I watched it forever ago. I watched it like 7, 8 years ago. I remember when I started watching it too. I was in my very first apartment that I had by myself, 700 square foot apartment, 1 bedroom. It was actually a really nice apartment that I had, and it was just me and Nissa, and I didn't have hardly any, like, anything in this tiny ass apartment. And yep. Hardly didn't have anything, but I remember those times. And Nissa's still with me. She an old lady though now. Lost Girl kind of helped me with my Buffy withdrawal. I can see that. Not really very similar, but I can see how it helped you with your withdrawal. Something keeps beeping. I don't know if she's making something or what. Or I'm just hearing things. Maybe I'm just hearing things. I don't know. Anyway, guys, I'm probably going to jump off of here for tonight because he's not feeling the greatest and they might need assistance putting him down. So yeah. It's a fridge, it's beeping, whatever. Have you seen Shadowhunters? I know, out of the blue just popped in my head. I've seen like the first episode or something. I didn't really care for it. Hey, Cash just came in to say hello. Hope you are doing well. Hoodie girl. And Baby Z. Hey, Francesca. I'm actually about to jump out because Zion's not feeling the greatest. But I'm glad that you were able to jump in right as like I was about to jump out. So it's nice to hear from you. But yeah, hopefully, wish us luck tomorrow. I'm gonna take him to the doctor. So but yeah, I will see everybody next week. A couple of bit more Buffy and Angel stuff and the Fall of House of Usher. So yeah, Engine V. But anyway, guys, I will see you next week. Bye.